Thank you very much for joining us for the Camnet News. The headlines. ECZ watchful of political players trying to frustrate the electoral process. UPND youths to effect citizen arrest on MEALIE smugglers. MASEBO concerned with men shunning cholera vaccines. And in international news, African leaders criticize Israel's military campaign in Gaza. And in sports news, Burkina Faso and Algeria draw 2-0 in a thrilling Group D encounter. For details of these and other stories, join us shortly after the break.
It's a January back-to-school promotion bonanza at Darren Bay. Take advantage of our massive price discounts and turn your wonderful school-going kids into stars. With a cornrows hairstyle going at only 30 kwacha for kids below 13 years and 50 kwacha for kids above 13 years, your child is guaranteed that neat and trusted, classy look. This curly, knotless hairstyle is going for as little as 150 kwacha from as high as 200 kwacha, wigs included. Now that's a classy saving. The sleek ponytail going at 80 kwacha from 120 kwacha makes your little one look like a true princess. Gift your pretty one with this lovely natural twist for as low as 60 kwacha from 100 kwacha, beads included. Now that's a cute saving. Your princess will look stunning in this curly ponytail at only 90 kwacha from the original 110 kwacha. Now that is a great deal. You will find us along Mosi Road, 4th Close, on the left after Kalikiliki Police Post in Ibex Hill, Lusaka. We are open from 0720 to 17 hours, 7 days a week. Call us for appointment bookings on 0772 870588 or WhatsApp on 0972 049213. Darren B, a touch of class.
Health Minister Sylvia Masebo has expressed concern over the resistance of some men to take the oral cholera vaccines. Ms. Masebo has stressed that vaccination is one of the key ways of easing the cholera burden, hence the need for everyone, including religions, to embrace it. Meanwhile, the minister has disclosed that the country in the last 24 hours has recorded 16 deaths and 494 cases. Ms. Masebo was speaking during the daily cholera outbreak briefing in Lusaka Saturday afternoon. Here's a report.
Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo has cautioned members of the public against resistance to the ongoing cholera vaccination to curb the spread of the infection. Speaking during the daily cholera update at Heroes Stadium in Lusaka Saturday afternoon, Ms. Masebo notes with concern that the male gender and some individuals inclined to religious beliefs are resisting oral cholera vaccines.
Sadly, we have seen some sections of our community refusing vaccines, especially the male gender. As we have always been emphasizing, young male adults have been the most affected. We have also heard of some people citing religious beliefs as reasons for refusal. Please, again, let us not be swayed by such beliefs. We all know that true religion aims at safeguarding the health of believers.
Ms. Masebo says vaccination is key in mitigating the cholera burden, disclosing that the country has received additional 200,000 cholera vaccines. Meanwhile, the minister says 16 individuals have died of cholera in the past 24 hours, with 494 cases recorded. Ms. Masebo adds that COVID-19 continues to be of concern, with currently 7 patients in admission.
12 of these 16 deaths happened in the community as people who were brought in dead, whereas 4 died in our cholera treatment facilities across the country. UTH has 4 patients, with 2 of them on oxygen, and similarly, Levy Hospital has 3, with 2 of them on oxygen. Sadly, we lost 1 male patient, aged 32 years, who had severe COVID pneumonia. We have had a total of 2 COVID-related deaths and 2 COVID deaths in the past 1 week.
And in the continued support to the cholera fight in the country, the Pharmaceutical Society of Zambia Saturday were among those donating various medical supplies and equipment at Heroes Stadium.
Just essentials like the IV fluids, we have the sterilization gloves, we also have some antibiotics, the giving sets, the strapping, and also some sanitary wear. So the value, I think, is just around 60,000.
For Camnet TV News, Afias Kaptula, Lusaka.
Fear has gripped traders at Kazimai Market in Lusaka's Mutendere compound due to a worn-out near-fall ZESCO pole. Some residents spoken to say the pole, which carries live electricity, is threatening lives and are calling on the power utility company to act quickly and replace it. Meanwhile, Mutendere Ward Councillor Boniface Chibeka says he has reported the matter to ZESCO on several occasions but have done nothing to resolve the problem. Here's a report.
It seems business as usual at Kazimai Market in Lusaka's Mtendere Township. But no, traders along this stretch are conducting their business in fear as this ZESCO pole has lost stability after completely being eaten up and only hanging on to power lines. As seen, this pole is swinging in what Bembas would say Kwalolo Mwelam. Those spoken to by Camnet TV News are calling on the power utility company to act quickly and erect a new pole as this is threatening their lives.
Chipoi chimwani chizatipaya isi. Chizatipaya chinyanganya kuipa hapa so mwachiona vechitirana. Mwachiona. Kulibe kwa metinga ende tinapeleka ripoti wa ZESCO bongo bwera wachiko bongo bwera. Banaleta po iyo sibabwera. Kano kukafe bantu tizafa kuno. Era singaleke kuchoka hapo kuti tichokepo, tireke kugulisa tadyecha. Ndiye beti diera pamene yapo. Chikabenda tatava. Chikabwerera tabwerera. Sibafuna kubwera maiza itabwa. Kano kukafe bantu tikafe ndiye baza katamanga.
Kuno Kazimai Market tidanda olako ichaya bwerera left right center so tupempa ko wairangane process kairipo ngapai bantu bambili straight so tipatendo kulisa lao tendo nkala kucha chifukwa cha so kulisa na mshiko so tunachi watanzi otherwise zapapa bantu bambili bad batira pasi
Tendere kuno koi izatuvuta izatupaya kuno ise kulipe kamene tuzaenda kuti tukagulisireko ndiye pe tudyesera abana ndiye kamene tudyera naise so manje ngati mwayilekerera ikagwa ega ipo nishitwafa tonse pano.
Moses Mwamba is chairperson for this market.
Tunabauza waita councillor wanachita report ku ZESCO but response ilikuwa ku ZESCO. Chifukwa ngamwayangana ino area kulima marketeers bantu ndio komene basebenzera state yakuti bafakeko nzeru ZESCO bakwera ikeinangu ngamwayiona inyanganyano nyanganya so please tupempa kuli ZESCO bakwera basebenzere bokali inkani kwa myoza abantu.
Meanwhile, Mtendere Ward Councillor Boniface Chibeka says he has reported the matter to ZESCO and they have done nothing to resolve the problem this far.
I'm appealing to management. Let them fire somebody who's responsible here before he causes death in Mtendere. We don't want death here. What we want is peace. Let them come and repair their pole. We have been reporting. We have a reference number. All procedures have been followed. Follow-ups have been followed. The only thing they did about 3 days ago, they brought their capo there. Instead of planting and repairing, they just brought their capo here.
Mr. Chibeka further says ZESCO will be held accountable for any loss of life that may result from this.
I don't know whether what ZESCO wants is for people to die here. That's when they come and they started doing fake compensation to the families or what. Why are they not coming up to now? It has now been over a month ever since we have this problem. And this poll is not from Tendere people or the councillor to fix it. It belongs to ZESCO. So ZESCO collect money from Tendere people, let them come and repair this pole. They have the money. We pay bills here in Mtendere every day, every time. I'm repeating again. We don't want compensation after death for the people of Mtendere. Leave the people of Mtendere in peace. Come and repair your pole. They pay you, they pay the bills.
Efforts to get a comment from ZESCO were unsuccessful as the Public Relations Unit could not respond to this journalist. Vincent Piri for Camnet TV News, Lusaka.
Socialist Party National Youth spokesperson Stanley Mubasa has challenged the Zambia police to be proactive in curbing criminal gangs in Lusaka. Mr. Mubasa says it is concerning that while criminal activities are on the rise in Lusaka, police channel their energies on opposition political parties. On Wednesday this week, machete-waving gangs, popularly known as junkies, terrorized residents in Lusaka's Kamwala area, with one shopkeeper being kidnapped. Here's a report.
On Wednesday this week, Kamwala Ward Councillor Mainda Smata confirmed that Panga armed junkies are terrorizing residents, with one shopkeeper having been kidnapped and later released after paying a ransom of about 5,000 kwacha. It is believed that the group of junkies, around 21 hours on Tuesday night, ran amok as an act of revenge after one of the junkies was caught stealing from a Rwandese shop and was beaten by a group of irate Kamwala residents.
Currently, they've just picked up one of the suspects. He's been taken to Kabwata, and they are going to intensify patrols in this area. I just want to appeal to residents of Kamwala to please cooperate with the police to give them more information about these gangs that are busy terrorizing people, because at the end of the day, the safety of the community depends on the police and the community working together.
Arising from this, Socialist Party National Youth spokesperson Stanley Mubasa has challenged the Zambia police to be proactive in addressing criminality in the city. Mr. Mubasa says police should concentrate on combating crime in communities as opposed to channeling their energy on the opposition political parties.
We challenge Zambia police to put their house in order and come and save we, the people in this area. Instead of them running around to go and, follow political cases, intimidate politicians, register the political parties with a constitutional mandate, they must come down to areas such as these ones, where criminal activities are rampant. These are community activities which must be protected. Anyone running a business in Kamwala or anywhere else must be assured of protection from Zambia police. So we don't want to continue seeing a situation where police should only be active on matters of politics. But what about the general welfare of the general public? We are aware that there is also a police station within Kamwala here, but it isn't very functional. That is near St. Lawrence. We need a lot of manpower around that area so that they are able to service and police community members of this area.
In the recent past, police have been rounding up junkies in parts of the city. However, the trend seemed to have persisted more so in high-density populated areas. Vincent Piri for Camnet TV News, Lusaka.
The United Party for National Development, UPND youths have vowed to effect its citizen arrests on individuals engaged in smuggling of ZNS Eagle brand MEALIE meal. UPND youth spokesperson Phineas Pumulo claims some individuals are smuggling ZNS Eagle brand MEALIE meal to create a notion that there is a shortage of the commodity. Mr. Pumulo has since urged the ZNS command, the police and the UPND youths to ensure that smugglers are arrested for citizens to continue accessing affordable MEALIE meal. Here's a report.
United Party for National Development UPND youths have accused some citizens of smuggling Zambia National Service ZNS Eagles brand MEALIE meal to sabotage government. In the recent past, videos of Eagles brand MEALIE meal finding itself on the market, including in the hands of foreigners, have gone viral. UPND National Youth spokesperson Phineas Pumulo claims the smugglers want to create a non-existent impression that ZNS has failed to supply the country with the commodity.
ZNS milling plant into Democratic Republic of Congo to create a notion that ZNS have failed to meet the demand in our country. As far as we are concerned, as a party, we are very much informed and aware that ZNS have managed to distribute the Eagle brand in all the 10 provinces of this country. In all 116 districts of this country, you will find ZNS Meal, the cheap ZNS Meal brand. It is everywhere across the country.
Mr. Pumulo has since vowed that UPND youths will infect citizens' arrest on citizens engaged in the vice, urging ZNS and the police to equally clamp down on the perpetrators.
We want to urge the Zambia police and the ZNS command and our party youths to make sure that they kept this vice of smuggling into Democratic Republic of Congo.
For Camnet TV News, Afias Kaptula, Lusaka.
The opposition New Congress Party has called on the Electoral Commission of Zambia to invoke Article 52 of the Republican Constitution to cancel the Kampamba ward by-election and call for fresh nominations. Party leader Peter Tsanda, whose candidate has withdrawn from the by-election, says the party should be given an opportunity to field in a new candidate in accordance with the Constitution. Meanwhile, Electoral Commission of Zambia Corporate Affairs Manager Patricia Luhanga says the commission will give a position in the due course.
As New Congress Party, we would like to inform the general public that we have written to the Electoral Commission of Zambia demanding that they cancel the Kapamba ward by-election in Mpika, following the resignation of our member, who is now a former member, who resigned from the party on the 11th of January 2024, and his subsequent withdrawal from the ballot, which a letter was submitted to the Electoral Commission of Zambia on the 15th of January 2024. This is in conformity with Article 52 of the Constitution. And we are requesting the Electoral Commission of Zambia to invoke Article 52 and cancel that by-election so that we can have justice. At this juncture, we are at pain and at a loss as a party. And the only thing and the only recourse that we can have is for the Electoral Commission of Zambia to cancel that election so that we call for fresh nominations so that we can be able to field a new candidate.
Meanwhile, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, says it is taking note of some political parties and players that are trying to frustrate the electoral process. ECZ Commissioner MacDonald Chipenzi says the electoral body is watching with keen interest attempts by some political parties to derail the electoral process due to gaps in the electoral regulation governing body. Mr. Chipenzi notes that elections are costly and political players must desist from taking advantage and abusing the inadequacies in the electoral law. The ECZ Commissioner says political parties, players and electoral stakeholders must work with the electoral body to legally rectify the gaps in the electoral law to avoid chaos in electoral process. Mr. Chipenzi was speaking when he addressed Kayo Ward's aspiring candidates and their representatives during an electoral campaign timetable consultative meeting in Mwansabumbwe district. The United Party for National Development, UPND, is calling on its members to explain the value of various developmental activities government is implementing. Addressing Kafue District Presidential Committee team, Lusaka Province Presidential Committee Team Chairperson Baden Mfungwe says UPND members should contribute to interpreting government's initiatives. Bishop Mfungwe adds that the opposition is exploiting the lack of information amongst ordinary citizens on the advantage given that government programs are bringing to their lives. Meanwhile, Kafue District Commissioner Marcus Hagapurwe explains that the Presidential Committee should explain to citizens on how they can benefit from various government empowerment projects.
People have gotten money from CEC, but nobody has even stood up on a podium or on a radio to say, I am the beneficiary of the goodwill of the president. There are so many buildings which have been constructed through the CDF. You people of Kafue, you have also seen, I've also seen the police station here constructed under CDF. Yes. Nobody from Kafue has come on the podium to say we thank the government of New Dawn administration, the government of President Hakainde Hichilema for giving us a good police station like this one through CDF. Do you want the president to start speaking for himself? No. It is your duty to start now speaking to the people. Talk to the people, go down to the people on the grassroots and tell them the importance of CEC. Tell them that they have free education. Some of the people in the rural areas, they doesn't know up to now that there is free education. I asked a certain boy, why are you not going to school? He says, no, I don't, my mother, my father, they don't have school fees. Is it not that problem for you as readers? Do you expect HH to go down there? Not all people are listening to the ZNBC news. Not all people have got the access to the radio. So let us go out there and tell them that there is free education.
Make sure that we talk good about the president and we also borrow the words of the president to the people, to the general public that are not well informed, the general public that are misinformed by the opposition. So if we talk about fuel, what is it about fuel? You and I know very well that the president is working well, and he will take care of such things.
At one time, come and see what you have achieved from that money, so publicity can be made. Now, when we are too quiet, that's a problem. So I'm just mentioning something that you should not omit as the presidential campaigning team. Let the people talk. The people, the recipients, let them say that we have received, and this is what it is. My achievements are these. For example, we have given about, last time we gave about 23 CDF, yes. The other year, another 23, but over 48. None of those has ever maybe called us or gone public that this is my achievement from what I received. Some of those are party members, you know. So you know, things are done, but people should talk, and that will destroy the enemy. So I'm so thankful of the concept. I think you have to work very fast. Time is running out. Yeah, we don't have any more time. Where we need to support, we shall support. Thank you. God bless.
Chikankata Member of Parliament Jacqueline Sabao has donated wheelchairs to 4 Chikankata-based persons with disabilities. Ms. Sabao says she is elated that one of the beneficiaries is a grade 9 pupil who had stopped going to school due to lack of a wheelchair. Ms. Sabao has since called on well-wishers to supplement her efforts and help vulnerable people in various ways in the constituency. Meanwhile, the beneficiaries have commended the lawmaker for the gesture as it will aid their mobility.
Member of Parliament for Chikankata, I'm proud to be with my people today. one of my hobbies in life is to put a smile on somebody's face. And when I see someone smiling, I feel good and I feel like I've achieved that which I want to achieve. Like this girl here, she's in grade 9. She's supposed to go back to grade 9. She failed last year, but because she was lacking this equipment to go back to school. But today, I know that she'll go back to school, and I'll make sure through the parents that this girl should go back to school. I'll talk to the headmaster for Nadezwe Secondary that she's accepted back into school. Even if she's the way she is, but with education, nothing is going to be a limit in her life. You can be able-bodied, but if you're not educated, you'll still suffer. You can be the way she is with the education. Her wishes are her limits, not the sky is not the limit, but her wishes. My wishes are my limits, not the sky. Hence, I always think of people like this, my uncles here, my daddies, so that they can be doing something like this one here. He does make shoes at the market for him. That's the main source of income for his family. So for him to have an equipment that will take him to the market and back home, I think it's a plus in his life. As a member of parliament, I'm proud. And I urge well-wishers out there, if you have something to help me as member of parliament for Chitankata, so that I help my people, please, I'm on my knees. Contact me so that I can help these people. There are many of them out in my community, but my pocket is too small. But the little I can, I've tried to help some of them.
We take our first commercial break. We have more news coming up. Don't go away.
Are you looking for a reliable and efficient courier company with international standards? Then let UBZ Courier, your trusted partner in swift and secure deliveries, be your ultimate choice. Whether it's a small package or a hefty consignment, UBZ Courier handles it all, locally and internationally. Our modern call center ensures personalized attention for every client. For seamless deliveries within Zambia and beyond, trust UBZ Courier. Call us now on +260 763 062 680 or visit us at plot number 15 Mwapona Road, Woodlands, Lusaka, Zambia. UBZ Courier, a world-class brand that can be trusted.
Potatoes, the unsung heroes of flavor. From crispy chips to creamy mash, potatoes are the versatile superstars of your kitchen. Grown with love by our dedicated workforce drawn from around the community of Kalavana. Savenda Farm's commitment is to see to it that we have potatoes that are grown right, healthy, big and tasty. For that quick fix or big celebration or that meal that brings family together, top chefs rely on the Savenda potato to create culinary masterpieces. And for others, it's that icebreaker to a delightful conversation. So, embrace the magic of Savenda potatoes. They're not just a side dish, they're the heart and soul of your kitchen. Savenda, save nations, develop Africa.
It's a January back-to-school promotion bonanza at Darren Bay. Take advantage of our massive price discounts and turn your wonderful school-going kids into stars. With a cornrows hairstyle going at only 30 kwacha for kids below 13 years and 50 kwacha for kids above 13 years, your child is guaranteed that neat and trusted, classy look. This curly, knotless hairstyle is going for as little as 150 kwacha from as high as 200 kwacha, wigs included. Now that's a classy saving. The sleek ponytail going at 80 kwacha from 120 kwacha makes your little one look like a true princess. Gift your pretty one with this lovely natural twist for as low as 60 kwacha from 100 kwacha, beads included. Now that's a cute saving. Your princess will look stunning in this curly ponytail at only 90 kwacha from the original 110 kwacha. Now that is a great deal. find us along Mosi Road, 4th Close, on the left after Kalikiliki Police Post in Ibex Hill, Lusaka. We are open from 0720 to 17 hours, 7 days a week. Call us for appointment bookings on 0772 870588 or WhatsApp on 0972 049213. Darren B, a touch of class.
Water is life. Each drop counts and each must be cherished. Our tried and tested product meets all international standards. With our smart drip technology, we aim to deliver precision irrigation designed to reduce blockage and wastage, ensuring a high yield. Renglow, your smart irrigation partner.
Welcome back. We continue with the news. Let a former cabinet minister in the Movement for Multi-Party Democracy MMD administration, Ronish Kapwasha, is scheduled to be buried on Sunday, the 21st of January 2024. The official funeral service will commence at 10 hours on Sunday, 21st of January 2024, followed by official burial ceremony at the Leopards Hill Memorial Park at 13 hours. The national mourning will also be observed on Sunday from 6 hours to 18 hours. During which time all flags must fly at half-mast, while entertainment programs shall be cancelled or postponed. The late Lieutenant General Shikapasha, 76, passed away at Minor Soko Medical Center in Lusaka on Monday, 15th January 2024, after sustaining gunshot injuries. Agricultural expert Oliver Bulaya has called on think tanks in the sector not to give a blind eye to farmers not using personal protective equipment when administering chemicals. Dr. Bulaya said the trend must be stopped, adding that PPEs must be improved by farmers by covering their heads, wearing gloves, respirators and footwear. He says it is disheartening to see many farmers using pesticides and herbicides without personal protective clothing, a trend he says is hazardous to their health.
With the prevailing weed pressure and pest attack on crops, some farmers have opted to using synthetic, chemicals, to harm, pests and also to deal with the weed pressure. But it is disheartening, to see many farmers of late using pesticides and herbicides without personal protective clothes. This is a health hazard for our farmers themselves. And personal protective clothes or equipment is essential in protecting farmers against various hazardous conditions that come with the usage of toxic substances. Safety must not be neglected when it comes to the usage of chemicals by smallholder farmers. Cases of cancer and other diseases are rising, and this could be attributed to farmers, negligence of safety. For us, as Conservation Farming Unity, we prioritize safety in all the farmers' undertaking. And no farmer must use chemicals without prior training, because chemicals are toxic and a danger to both human beings and the environment if improperly used. Farmers must be trained on handling chemicals safely. The health of a farmer is the priority, and safety must not be neglected due to consequences of eventual health conditions of farmers thereafter. We call upon all the experts in the agricultural sector not to pay a blind eye to farmers in a habit of not using personal protective equipment when it comes to the usage of chemicals.
Now, ministers' spouses have joined the fight against cholera by donating various assorted items. Here's a report.
Lusaka District's Commissioner Rosa Zulu has appreciated a donation of blankets to the cholera centers in the district through her office from the Association of Ministers' Spouses in Lusaka.
On behalf of government under the able leadership of Mr. Hagainde Hichilema and the people of Lusaka, I would like to thank the Association of Ministers' Spouses for the initiative of donating these blankets. The government and the people of Zambia appreciate your donation, and we receive it with gratitude.
No matter how small that may be given, we are here to receive. We won't just receive 500, 1,000. Even if someone brings a blanket, it will make a difference.
Speaking on behalf of the association, Lusaka Association of Ministers' Spouses Coordinator Shezi Pinzovu, who was accompanied by the association's chairperson for Social Outreach Committee, Namiaba Siagalima, says the association is happy to donate 100 blankets to ease the suffering of the people in the cholera centers.
As ministers' spouses, we have come to make a donation to try and ease the suffering of our people, to see if we can help in some little way in alleviating the suffering of our people. As a nation, this has really drawn us back, so we thought we should come in and just help in some little way, hence the donation we are making today.
Ms. Nzovu has also appreciated the support from the collaborating partners.
We have partners that have supported us in this cause, and specifically for this donation that we're making this afternoon, we have been supported by the Chinese Chamber of Commerce. We are most grateful for their assistance.
Miguel Mwemba reporting for Zanis in Lusaka.
We now take our second commercial break. Still ahead, we have international and sports news. Don't go away.
It's a January back-to-school promotion bonanza at Darren Bay. Take advantage of our massive price discounts and turn your wonderful school-going kids into stars. With a cornrows hairstyle going at only 30 kwacha for kids below 13 years and 50 kwacha for kids above 13 years, your child is guaranteed that neat and trusted, classy look. This curly, knotless hairstyle is going for as little as 150 kwacha, from as high as 200 kwacha, wigs included. Now that's a classy saving. The sleek ponytail going at 80 kwacha from 120 kwacha makes your little one look like a true princess. Gift your pretty one with this lovely natural twist for as low as 60 kwacha from 100 kwacha, beads included. Now that's a cute saving. Your princess will look stunning in this curly ponytail at only 90 kwacha from the original 110 kwacha. Now that is a great deal. You will find us along Mosi Road, 4th Close, on the left after Kalikiliki Police Post in Ibex Hill, Lusaka. We are open from 0720 to 17 hours, 7 days a week. Call us for appointment bookings on 0772 870588 or WhatsApp on 0972 049213. Darren B, a touch of class.
Water is life. Each drop counts and each must be cherished. Our tried and tested product meets all international standards. With our smart drip technology, we aim to deliver precision irrigation designed to reduce blockage and wastage, ensuring a high yield. RenGlow, your smart irrigation partner.
And now in international news, African leaders have condemned Israel's military campaign in Gaza, urging an immediate end to the ongoing conflict that disproportionately affects civilians. The criticism was during the conference in Uganda, hosted by a non-aligned movement, a coalition of 120 states that do not align formally with a major power bloc. The President of the United Nations General Assembly, Dennis Francis, expressed deep concern and dismay over the continuing calamity in the Gaza Strip. In a strong statement, he implored the NAM to leverage its influence to bring a halt to the devastating violence, questioning how much more suffering the region could endure. Here is a roundup of international news.
African leaders have criticized Israel for its military campaign in Gaza and called for an end to the fighting that continues to take its toll on mostly civilians. They have been speaking at a conference in Uganda of the Non-Aligned Movement, a group of 120 states which are not formally aligned with or against any major bloc.
I must tell you that I am deeply concerned and indeed dismayed about the ongoing calamity in the Gaza Strip. And so I call upon this movement to exert its influence in bringing a halt to the carnage that we are haplessly witnessing. That situation behoves us to ask, how much is enough?
His remarks were echoed by Uganda's President Museveni, who was of the view that freedom of the people must take precedence.
We, the resistance fighters of Uganda, are flabbergasted and look down with contempt at the philosophical, ideological, and strategic shallowness of some of the actors of the world. Why not respect freedom of everybody if you say you are a Democrat? If you say you are a Democrat, why don't you respect the freedom of everybody? How can you say you are a Democrat and yet you want other people to be slaves?
The non-aligned movement formed during the collapse of the colonial system and at the height of the Cold War has played a key part in the decolonization processes, according to its website. Meet Faith Wajinku, a trained assistant nurse here in Kenya, visiting one of her patients, 85-year-old Teresa Mukovi, who is battling dementia, hypertension and diabetes. Mukovi's daughter Petronila has been her caregiver for 2 years with the special help of Benacare.
I've been taking mom to various hospitals, but I found they've been very expensive for me. I couldn't afford. So I talked to my boss about my mom, and she introduced me to Benacare. So Benacare has been very supportive, helpful to me, because they brought me nurses from the hospital to train me to look after my mom. So I know how to check her blood pressure, sugar levels.
Benacare's mission is to assist low-income families in accessing healthcare without financial strain. They offer essential healthcare training, covering tasks such as bed bath, feeding and monitoring blood pressure.
What we've been doing for 5 years now is to lower the costs of healthcare for chronically ill patients and their families. And how we've been able to achieve this is by building a large network of healthcare workers and then connecting them to patients' homes so that they can provide affordable clinical and supportive care at the comfort of the patient's own home.
A healthcare management expert outlined some of the many advantages associated with home-based care, especially for people in rural areas.
You find that a patient is admitted in the city and the relatives are coming from the rural. The patient is faced by bills in the hospital. The relatives have to pay for hotel stay in the city. Home-based patients do not have to incur bed charges, nursing charges. They'll only pay for the healthcare assistant charges at home and only for medication. And the patients will also have a chance to interact with their relatives while at home.
According to the WHO, in 2022, 5.1% of Kenyan population spent more than 10% of their household income on healthcare.
And now in sports news, Burkina Faso has missed an opportunity to become the third nation to qualify to the next round at the ongoing 2023 African Cup of Nations after playing to a 2-0 draw against Algeria. The Stallions took the lead at the end of the first half through Mohamed Konate, but the Algerians found the back of the net in the 51st minute through Baghdad Bonadjai. In the 71st second, midfielder Bertrand Traore scored from the spot to give Burkina Faso a 2-1 lead, which they failed to hold on as Algeria's Bonadjai bagged his brace to secure a point for Algeria in extra time. Senegal became the second country to book their spot in the second round of 16 following a 3-1 victory over Cameroon, joining Cape Verde, who thrashed Mozambique by 3-0 on Friday. Meanwhile, Angola is currently leading Mauritania by 3-1. To end the news, another look at the stories that made the headlines. ECZ watchful of political players trying to frustrate the electoral process. UPND youths to effect citizens' arrest on MEALIE smugglers. MASEBO concerned with men shunning cholera vaccines. In international news, African leaders criticize Israel's military campaign in Gaza. And in sports news, Burkina Faso and Algeria draw 2-0 in a thrilling Group D encounter. Before we go, we now look at the Camnet verse of the day that is coming from the book of Psalms, chapter 146, verse 3. And it says, "Do not put your trust in princes, nor a son of man, in whom there is no help." That's it. That's all we had for the news. Don't forget to join us for another bulletin. On behalf of the entire news team, have a blessed night.